The last thing that I wanted to clarify is that the files, the image file and the video and the audio files don't have to be in the exact same location as the HTML file, but I would have to give the entire path name. Let's say, for instance, that I came back to this video and I am showing the source of the video file. All I'm doing is giving the name of the video file, the name of the image. I can see right at the top of my screen. If I wanted that image file or the video file to be in a different location, a different folder, I would have to give the entire path to the file and not just the file name. So it's not required that those components be in the exact same folder as my HTML file, but if they are not, then I have to give the full path. All right, so we're going to stop the conversation here. You're going to have a much better chance to learn a whole lot more about HTML in future classes in the CS department and the Web UX department as well. If you're in the NET program, you might just want to take some extra classes if you find this absolutely fascinating. You will get the chance in CS and Web UX to take additional classes in web development. This is just to kind of pique your interest, whet your interest. And as always, one of the things that you'll be able to do is to search for some jobs as a web developer to see if you are interested, how much money you can make, and if there are any positions available in your local area. Another interesting thing is that you can actually view the source for any page on the internet. You can't change it, but you can certainly view it. I'm going to go to Weber State's website. Depending upon the browser you're using, I am in Chrome. I'm going to right-click on it, and one of the options is View Page Source. And this is going to allow me to see all the source code that is behind the Weber State's website. For notice, there is the HTML tag. We're familiar with that. Here is the opening head tag. I see an opening and closing title tag. There is the closing head tag and the opening body tag. Some of these are familiar to me, like href. I can see that this is part of an anchor tag right here at the end of that line. Some of these are not so familiar to me, like the div tag and the header tag. Here is a bulleted list tag. And if I go all the way down here to the very bottom, I should find the closing body and the closing HTML tags. And I should be able to view the source for any of the websites that are on the internet. So for Amazon, I have to make sure that I am not on an image tag, and if I right-click on it, I can view the source. And again, there should be some very familiar tags for me. There is the HTML at the top, followed by the head tag. So it might be kind of difficult to follow some of them. I'm trying to find the opening body tag and the closing head tag. Looks like I'm going to have to go quite a ways down before I can find the opening body tag. But I would think if I go all the way down to the bottom, I'm going to see something similar to a closing body tag and a closing HTML tag. And what I'm seeing is the closing HTML and body tag followed by a duck who is meowing. So your homework assignment for this chapter is going to be to create a website based upon a topic that you are interested in. A couple of caveats is that there are a variety of different components that the web page, your web page, has to contain, and you cannot just use a copy and paste of the web page that we have been creating in these videos. You have to start it from scratch. That means a blank screen where you're typing your own opening and closing HTML tags and opening, closing head and body tags. You must start from scratch, and it has to contain at least one of these, or at least all of these individual elements, and it needs to be as creative as possible. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.